Hello art friends, it's Carolyn. Today we are making some mixed media cards. I'm part of a group that we do these exchanges, and I decided to base my cards on this journal page I did last month. So this video is much more about how do you take a page and make it smaller. Go smaller scale when you have less real estate to work on. So after gessoing, I'm spreading some Arteza Sapphire Blue and Sky Blue on my card, and I am going to use a star stencil, which the stars are smaller than the stencil I used on my journal page. Taking a baby wipe, rubbing off the paint. So the key for this to be successful, again, is to have a layer of gesso. I continue with the collage work using the same gel prints that I used on my journal page to build the foreground that my flowers will be on. I'm adhering it just with some Mod Podge glue. I've torn the edges just to have a more organic look, and we'll trim the edges at the end once it's all dry. I'm taking a page from a dictionary, folding it accordion style, that I will then cut out the shapes for the petals of my flowers. This is a great time saver when you're trying to create a bunch of shapes that are similar. One of the other changes I have on my cards is that I only make one flower per card versus the journal page that had 3. So working smaller, I actually made my petals a lot smaller by cutting them in half and going to glue these on with Mod Podge. My fingers were kind of sticky, so one little tip I have for you is to use tweezers, and I like these tweezers I'm using that you squeeze. They work opposite, I think, than how I normally think tweezers would work, where you squeeze to open the tweezers, grab your piece, and then when you let go, it will hold on to the piece. Last time I used some Inktense pencils, which I didn't think worked as well. So this time I am working with some Tombow markers, as well as some Aqua Pen graphics, which is made by Marabu. I'm also using a water brush just to help blend out the markers. Adding stems using a POSCA marker. And I'm using this punch, which is to round out the corners, and I bought this on Amazon based on recommendations, but I have to tell you, it doesn't work that great. So if anyone has a good punch they'd recommend, please let me know. I'm now using a Ball black ink pen, which is permanent once it's dry, just to add some whimsical stripes and checkerboards to the stems. Getting to one of the final layers, so this is when I use my Stabilo All pencil, which is water soluble and will smear, which is okay if that's the look you're going for, but I usually wait for one of my later layers to do this. And I do use a water pen to blend out those lines. Now, working small, one of the cool things you can do that I don't always do in my journal is add stitching. And I thought a border would be fun around these cards. Now, this is hard on your sewing machine, so I specifically bought my sewing machine for doing art, and sewing on paper is harder than material, I think, and my sewing machine lets me know from time to time that I'm abusing it, so realize I am not a sewer, but I certainly enjoy using it. I left some sound in here, and you can hear, every time you hear a beep, what I'm doing is increasing or decreasing the width of the stitch to get some funky lines. Probably to also disguise I can't sew a straight line. It looks very artistic, so I like it. I bought these fun typewriter stamps on Amazon, and I'm going to add a sentiment to each card with my wish, which is to be happy. I'm using some permanent ink. I think it's the Stays On Black. Final touches here is just cutting a piece of ribbon and looping it through a hole I punched to finish it off. So thank you again for watching. I hope I've inspired you to go make some art. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment, give us a thumbs up, and share.